Hope you are able to visualize the PPT.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Please mute yourself so that I can make myself expressive to you all. I am very much thankful for the Vijay Chogalaji and also the people, those who are associated with the Akola College of Dr. Vedantai Jagannath Rao Dhone, Gramin Ayurved Mahavidyalaya Patur of the district Akola. It was very nice for me to be here in front of you all. I today wish to speak on the topic post-COVID management in Panchakarma. In fact, we are under the stress of this COVID-19, formerly called as the 2019 NCOV, since 31st December of 2019, which is mimicking the pneumonia of unknown cause in Wuhan city of the China. We know all this history very much, and for the past 20 months, we are at the edge of the sword, and we don't know when this sword is going to be falling on our neck. The current evidences are suggesting that the virus spread mainly between the people who are in close contact with each other, typically within 1 meter of the short range. But when we see the actually ground reality is something different. In the marketplaces or in general areas where there are super spreaders are going to be there, and they are spreading the people the other way like anything. A person can be infected by this virus when these aerosols of the droplets containing this virus are inhaled or come directly into contact with the eyes, nose, or the mouth. Now, the presentation and background already has been vividly discussed from many areas. The common symptoms, what we are going to have here is going to be very uncertain even, because this virus is constantly getting mutated and changing its face and also symptoms. Most common symptoms what we are going to see: fever, dry cough, and tiredness. Because of these three, we may not be able to say this is a COVID positive even. Some are the less common symptoms also being observed: shortness of the breath or difficulty in breathing, of course, fever along with the chills sometimes. There will be body aches and pains are very common in nature: headache, muscular aches, and chest pain. Most of the time it is being observed whenever this COVID is being get affected, the muscles are getting flaccid rather than tonic. That means the flaccid muscles are giving much more less contractibility, thereby the chest is getting congested. The sore throat, loss of taste, or the smell are becoming one of the commonest things. Of course, this conjunctivitis and pink eye very occasionally being observed. Even the diarrhea, nausea, vomitings also very rare conditions in the COVID. But we cannot ignore it. That means the condition of the COVID positive is not only showing a specified area of the GI tract, but also in any n number of the systems which are getting involved. Ultimately, whenever there is any chronicity and depositions of the toxins in the body, it is going to be reflected in the skin itself, especially here as a form of the rash on the skin, which could be a sort of the allergic reaction is observed. Discoloration of the fingers and toes also being observed, because not because of the COVID, but because of the complications of the COVID. All these effects which we are observing in the different systems as a COVID effect or while or before and even post-COVID, taking the more lives and rather than that of the infectious state and conditions. The death toll, whatever we are observing, it is not because of the virus affecting directly, but it is most of the time the over the muscular system, or otherwise as muscular system is going to become flaccid and thereby the respiratory distresses are going to be developed, or otherwise the second most commonest complication is the microclotting of the blood. This microclotting of the blood, when we see, the question is going to come when we are not exposed to such sort of the conditions in our training area. Even when the people went last year to the Supreme Court, even the Supreme Court asked a direct question: are you accustomed with this sort of the treatments in your Ayurveda? People said no. That's why it has been problematic now. Now, this viral or the bacterial infections were mentioned in Ayurveda. We already know this bacterial or the viral infections, they are there, but here our concepts of the Ayurveda is something different than that of the infectious origination. That's why the conditions are not given any importance to them. Ultimately, the effect over the systems in terms of the dosha was established in Ayurveda. As we see, any ailment that expresses the fever as a repairing mechanism of the body along with the tiredness is observed in the Swasanaka Jvara. The Swarabheda, a commonest condition which we are going to see sore throat, spells the localization of the disease. So we are very much understanding what the Jvara is, where from the Jvara is. Mityahara viharabhyam dosha kamasriyasriya bahirnirasya koштagning jaradasyu rasanugaha. This rasa and amashya, when we see these two conditions, the jvara, whenever we are looking or whenever we are spelling out this is a fever or the jvara, that shouldn't must be amasaya samuthana vyadhi. Ye amasaya samuthana vyadhi, when it is going to be there along with the or associated with that of the rasa, this rasa is and the agni and also the amashya, the three areas which we have to focus much more whenever we are doing Ayurvedic management. The Ayurveda suggested much better time-tested protocols for such situations since thousands of years. The only the question is that adaptation is much more necessary. Otherwise, we may not be able to make it out, and we are going to be confused in the state of whenever we are making a proper treatment. Who is getting affected more? This is a very big question. Initially, it is observed with that of the diabetic people. After that, the obesity people, hypertensive people, COPD or the respiratory insufficiency people. They are the maximum victimized in the series which we can see. The older people and the people with the pre-existing medical conditions such as asthma, diabetes, and heart disease appear to be more vulnerable than that of the normal people. There is a very recent research has been come out. It was done on the exclusively males. There is a relation between the testosterone. People, those who have the more testosterone, they are not affected with that of the virus. People, those who have the low values of the testosterone got affected. You can just see out of the so many people affected, it got affected with the more male than that of the female. That means more male are susceptible for this, and that to people, those who have the less testosterone. This point was ignored by the many of the people under the terms of the trial and error researches. Many sort of the protocols have been brought. Each and everything at a time span has been said they are useless. But Ayurveda is not like that at all. Now, what this Ayurveda can do as a common management in the COVID conditions, we can make a prophylactic treatment and a curative, and also we can make even the other way, a long-term Rasayana programs can be included. Here, the question of the common management, Jaradho Langanam Kuryat, Jaramadhyetupachanam, this is everybody knows. But the question here is whether all the conditions which are fulfilling the common doshatmaka, that is either vata or vatpitta or dvandaja, either single dosha or dvandaja or sannipataja vyadi, according to the Ayurveda principles, for those the jara principle line of treatment is very effective, that we have already observed. But here, in infectious origin, when it is giving rise a specified area or target area of the disease, these conditions are to be specifically emphasized. The Langhana is commonly being said as a Laghvasana or Anasana even. It is the Apatarpana. It is the first line of the treatment whenever there is a disease is going, fever is going to be there. Disease is a common term or the synonym of the fever even. Thereby, the Langhana or Laghvasana, Anasana, Apatarpana, which is to be made as a first line of the treatment, is it whether this Langhana is possible to be applicable in the COVID condition? Yes, the Langhana thus means it is a Rukshana. Rukshana, otherwise it is going to be Langhana, Rukshana, Svedana. These three are considered here as the line of the treatments. When we are going to see this line of the treatments as such, we can make it out the very specifically not Anasana Rupa Langhana, but Laghvasana Rupa Langhana, because they already the patient is weak. Or otherwise, you can just see only the way which we are going to make out the Sansarjana Krama like Pathya Apatya, the managements. Here, the contraindications of the Langhana are to be followed. People, those who are weak enough, old enough, or the Sukumara, etc., which we are going to speak. All these conditions have to be observed here whenever we are applying the Langhana. Out of the Apatarpana Chikitsa, the one of the commonest is the Vamana. Why the Vamana has been chosen as a prophylactic and also curative? The both areas which we are going to choose as a Panchakarma recipe or therapy to the Vamana is Naturecho Navajvare. There is a statementation. Whenever the Jvara is there, or there is a feeling of Pururupa condition of the Jvara is there, at the time to Kapha Niraharana is to be done from the Amashaya, but not that of the Virechana Pitta Niraharana. We have to increase the Pitta or we have to stabilize the Pitta is the most important principle in the COVID also. Now the line of the treatment for the Jvara. In the Purvarupa condition only, whether we can make it out or not is the question. As a prophylactic medicine, we can make the Jvarahara management. When we are going to make the Jvarahara management, this Jvarahara management is supposed to start with the Tribhuvana Kirtirasa. Nowadays, we are getting as a Trishun also, Afluonil. Some of the tablets which are available with the same of the Tribhuvana Kirti combinations are to be observed here. Why to take this Tribhuvana Kirti is it is very specifically acts over the nasorespiratory tract, Tribhuvanas, especially Udaragata, Urogata, Shirogata. These are the three Bhuvanas. Three Bhuvanas, wherever it is, it could be in the brain, it could be in the chest, it could be in the heart. The Tribhuvana Kirtirasa is going to manage the infectious conditions very comfortably. The second is Dashamula Katutrayadi Kwatha or Amrutottara Kwatha together. When we see Dashamula Katutrayadi and Amrutottaram, very specifically, both are going to be Jvarahara and it's a bronchodilatory effect is going to be there. and thereby they are going to take out the kapha which is getting accumulated in the amashaya and also in the lungs. Both are being eliminated out. The third is the Shadanga Paniya. Musta Parpata Kosira Chandano Jitinagare Srutasisam Jalam Deyam Pipasa Jwara Santaye. We have got this Parpataka is one of the best thing. All the ingredients which are in the Shadanga Paniya are said to be the one of the most important, and instead of making some other medication only as a prophylactic, if the Shadanga Paniya is given, then also it is going to be very comfortable enough. Now, it could be one more is being said as the Dhanyaka and Patola Kwatha also are the Paniya also. Dhanyaka Patola Kwatha or the Dhanyaka Patola Paniya is said to be once again one of the best Jarahara in nature. The Ushna Jalapana is going to be there as a common condition which is to be observed in case of the Jara is observed here also. And very specifically, not to be get weakened, we have to offer the Purana Shali Yavagu. Thereby, the patient is going to be very comfortable.
पेशेंट देखना है वे
As whenever we are thinking of the Pururupa condition, when before to that of the COVID appearance, we are able to make out ourselves preparing the patient for the Ayurvedic management is the most important in the Pururupa condition. Here you can give as a prophylactic condition. First, you try to understand what is the Agri condition in the patient, and thereby the Agri is going to be regulated through the Dipana Pachana Dravyas. The Dripana Pachana Dravyas along with the Langhana is going to be given with as a Laghosana and Apatarpana Chikitsa. If the person is being reported with that of the more of the kapha conditions, then you can choose as a prophylactic Vamana also. Only the question is, whenever we are performing this Vamana karma, either for the Purvarupa condition or in the post-COVID condition, all the government guided masking and sanitization, all these are to be followed, and thereby we can do it very successfully. There is absolutely no problem. As a prophylactic medication, when we are thinking of the Jwarahara management has to be made out. Here the Tribhuvana Kirtirasa is one of the first choice, where whatever the infectious condition, whichever it is going to be there, either in the abdominal or thoracic or in the head, all these three bhuvanas are going to be nullified by the Tribhuvana Kirti. Dashamula Katutrayadi Kwatha is one of the best bronchodilator and expectorant, and whatever the kapha accumulated in the chest is going to be taken out by this Dashamula Katutrayadi. By adding the Amrutotram Kwatha to it, we are going to make ourselves the Jwarahara effect and Agni Deepana effect, both are going to be observed here. The Sadanga Paniya, as I said, Musta Parpatakosira Chandranoditya Nagare Srutasitam Jalam Deyam Pipasa Jwarasante. The same way, the Dhanyaka Patola Hima Kwatha, Hima is being given for the condition of the especially COVID, where you can just have a Deepana, Pachana, and also bronchodilation effect. Thereby, the everything is going to be settled comfortably. Of course, Ushta Jalapana is a process which is to be continued along with. Now, Ahara. As per the Ahara is concerned, based upon the Agni of the individual, a Purana Shali Yavagu is better for the people, those who have the Alpagni. If the Agni is a proper, there is a more Mamsarasas and other things which are going to be Balya in nature are to be given. Now, when we see the after common conditions which are going to be given, we have come across the Vamana in COVID conditions. How come this Vamana is going to be possible is a question in the Panchakarma. Rather, we are scared in the previous years, but today, much of the students in many of the colleges are being exposed to that of this Vamana Virechana Karmas and Panchakarmas. Thereby, they are not scared to do this. Panchakarma of the Vamana and Virechana. Here, what we are going to have is this Vamana, which is indicated here in the COVID as the condition of the COVID is a kapha predominant in nature. The Madanaphala Pippali, here the different yogas. Of course, Madanaphala Pippali is commonly being used, but in the condition of the COVID, if the person is of the obese or overweight or the kapha accumulated, then it is to be choose with that of the Madanaphala Pippali with the Pippali Chota. And here the Madhudaka is given as to drink in full length. Madhudaka. Madhu is going to make the cutoff because it is a monosaccharides, not a polysaccharides. The second condition when the pitta is going to be there, that means here the Agni Vruddhi is there, Agni is normal otherwise. At the time, Madanaphala Pippali is added with that of the Indrayava Churna, Kutaja Churna. The Kutaja Churna with the Madanaphala when it is being added and follow by the Ikshurasa. That means Akantapanam, and also after that the Ikshurasa is to be used for the people, those who are with that of the Pitta in nature or the normal Agni people. Madanaphala Pippali and Eshti Madhuka Churna with Ikshurasa is being the another alternative for the same Pitta when there is a more or less normal. Eshti Madhu is very specifically used as a Udaka or otherwise addition in the yoga whenever there is a electrolyte imbalances are going to be there, because the Eshti Madhu is having very specific effect over the balancing of the electrolytes, especially the sodium and potassium. Thereby, the Eshti Madhu Panta is being used here. The Madanaphala Pippali Kwatha with the Lavana Jala is a commonest to take out the when there is a less amount of the kapha is there with. On the other hand, we were speaking the Virechana. Naturecho Navajare. At the initial time of the Jwara, we are not supposed to give the Virechana, but if the Jwara is going to become Purana, that is after 1 week, or otherwise when there is a COVID negative is there, at the time immediately Virechana can be given independently. There is absolutely no problem. Here, the question is, we have to observe the bowel regulations in the fever. Because of the fever, if there is a person is going to get generated or developed with that of the constipation, we have to choose a Snigdha Virechana Aushadhi. Otherwise, Amalaki and Draksha followed by the milk is the one of the best yoga which we can use in the COVID conditions. The second is the Trivrut Churna, not the Avaleha. Trivrut Churna with the Grita. Here, the Grita is given to be as a supportive to make the Pitta normalization. Otherwise, the Triphala Kwatha with the Madhu and Grita added in it is the third yoga, very specifically working in the post-COVID conditions. Triphala Trifaladi Modaka or Abhayadi Modaka, these are the other alternatives which could be taken or consumed as a tablet. Thereby, the person is going to be comfortably evacuated and there will be no sedimentaries. And the Virechana is going to make the entire GI tract epithelium or the mucosa layer cleansed and totally, and a new epithelial layer is going to be. What is the advantage with the post-COVID infectious condition Virechana? Most of the post-COVID conditions are going to be terminated as an allergic manifestation or allergic reactions are being observed. As the Virechana is going to take out the first and foremost from the GIT, the histamine, and in the intestines and the large intestine, they accumulated the materials and the mucosal layer cleansing so that the entire the allergic manifestative flora is being eliminated. Rather, we can make out one more suggestion as a standardization for the prophylactic condition only, which is going to be not to be terminated and not to be get infectious at all. At that time, we want to see the patient, if he is strong enough, then we can directly go for the Virechana and the Vamana. If the patient is not so strong enough, we have to make strengthen him at that time, or otherwise. In the Purana Jvara, Ghrutapana is indicated. In the Purana Jvara, as the Ghrutapana is indicated, generally 7 to 12 days after the fever, the person is going to develop the dryness in the body. If you observe the dryness in the body or in the skin very specifically, if the COVID negative is there, because of the present day governmental rules, when the COVID positivity is there, the patient is not allowed to be treated by us. Very unfortunate. But in the prophylactic area of the pre-COVID conditions or the post-COVID negative, after getting the negative condition, we can apply this Ghrutapana very specifically, specific to that of the targeted areas. We have to see the Pippalyadi Ghrita. The Pippalyadi Ghrita, Ghrutapana is to be given. One more condition here. Whenever we are taking the Ghrutapana here, it is better to be given not as for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, as text says, with the uh, increasing dosage or in the standard high dosage. Commonly, I prefer to give in normal conditions as a suggest neha, whatever the body weight. If the patient is going to be of the 90 kgs body weight, I give the 90 ml of the Ghrita as a Ghrutapana in the suggest nehana, and 1/10 of that is the Saindhava Lavana added to that. That means 90 ml of the Ghrita added with the 9 grams of the Saindhava Lavana as a suggest nehana I used to give. But here in the COVID condition, that is not possible. That's why we are going to give the Hrasiyasi Matra or the less than that of the Hrasiyasi Matra. That is 10 to 15 ml of the Ghrita is being given totally for 7 days, 2 times, so that the person facilitates digestion of this Ghrita and the Rukshatva in the skin is going to be taken out. Pippalyadi Ghrita is to be preferred whenever the person is going to have the anorexia or Agnimanja or the loss of weight. At the time, the Pippalyadi Ghrita is one of the best one to increase the weight, increase the Agni, to be given at 10 ml with the lukewarm water, preferably in the morning and evening, in at least 2 hours before to that of the food consumption. The second is the Baladi Ghrita. The Baladigrita is to be observed and it is to be given whenever the patient is a hypertensive or having any sort of the cardiac complication. At that time, the Baladigrita is said to be the suggestive. The third is the Guduchadigrita. People may say Guduchi can be used everywhere, but there is a limitation for the Guduchi. Even the same way, Chavanaprasa can be given everything. No, Chavanaprasa also having the limitation. It cannot be used in all seasons. Here, the Guducha, the Grita, whenever the person is lacking the immunity, that is the Vojokshaya, or whenever he is having any sort of the cardiac complaints like hypertension, you please try to give the Guducha, the Grita, 10 to 15 ml in the morning, 10 to 15 ml in the evening, when the patient is going to be Durbala or otherwise getting the Rukshatva in the body. Vasadi Grita. Very, very, very important Grita in the Gritapana when we are observing in the COVID scenario. Whenever, as the COVID is targeted to the respiratory system, very specifically, the Vasadi Grita, 10 ml morning or 10 to 15 ml in the morning and evening, which strengthens the lung, is the most important thing. The Patoladi Grita, here the Patoladi Grita, which we are going to see, especially in case of the allergy and skin conditions. The allergy and skin conditions are to be observed here, and these conditions, whenever there are, we have to use this Patoladi Grita very specifically. Now, Tiktaka Grita. I don't know how many of people have been observed. Out of the past 2 years or 20 months, which way I see, most of the post-COVID conditions are terminated into either DVT and sometimes even the intestinal gangrene or so on, as whenever this microclotting goes and obstructs, there the problem is going to be get generated. At this such sort of the thing, usually people are complaining the calf muscle pain. When the calf muscle pain of the post-COVID condition is there, even in the post-vaccinated condition also it is being observed. Either the post-COVID condition, post-vaccinated condition, people, those who are complaining calf muscles, try to think of the DVT. If possible, let the investigation be done and the Doppler study is being done. And at the time, through the Tiktaka Ghrita is going to be the one of the best thing to control the Vata Rakta like condition. Now, unction. Unction with the milk also can be made. If the person is not ready to consume Ghrita, are not able to be taken into the consideration, unction with the dugdha can be done. The milk is an alternative. And some of the yogas can be made with this kevala dugdha without adding any sort of the grita also. If you are adding the grita to this, it will be fortified. Instead of the 15 ml, you can go for 5 ml. And here, Laghu Panchamula Kshira. Laghu Panchamula Kshira is very good in the respiratory conditions. Air and Mula Kshira, whenever there is a Atisara or the loose motions are being said by the patient. Trikantaka Guda Kshira. Trikantaka and Guda, Jagari are mixed and it is cooked in the Kshira. Trikantaka is a Gotshra. Kevala Gotshra. Here, some of the people of the post-COVID condition has observed with the pedal edema also. The generalized anasarca was not there, but joint swelling is there or otherwise pedal swelling is there. At the time, the Trikantaka Guda Kshira is going to be one of the best conditions. Nagaradi Kshira is given whenever there is a thirst and dryness in the mouth and also skin. And Shishumpadi Kshira. This is one of the most important and forgotten by us and neglected. Shishumpa, Kevala Shishumpa is taken and Shishumpada Kshira is being made for all fevers, all infectious conditions. Even the Tulasi can be used in the Kshira also. Now, Purana Jwara, otherwise the Purana COVID Jwara. There are incidentation where the number of the times the same patient is affected by the COVID also. Recently, yesterday, news was there. The first patient who was recognized as a COVID positive from Kerala reinfected. This reinfection is going to be the one of the most commonest thing. That's why not to be get reinfected, the prophylactic what the Ayurveda has said, if it is going to be undertaken by the patient, the rate of the incidence to get reinfection is going to become less and less. Now, after the 6 days, it is a Purana Jwara, whatever the Jwara is. There is no necessity to consider whether it is a COVID or it is a other viral. Here, the Pachana and Agrivardhana and Virechana and Nasya are the common things which we are going to perform. The Pachana with the Amapachakavati is the most common things, or otherwise we can use some of the other Amapachana churnas also. Agrivardhana is going to be made with either the Bhaskar Lavana churna. If there is an abdominal cramping and pain there, then only the Hingvashtaka churna, because Hingu is antispasmodic in nature. Now the Virechana, whenever we are choosing the Purana Jwara, usually Snigdha Virechana is going to be done. Here the Gandharva Haritaki Churna is one of the best to give the Virechana in the Purana COVID Jwara. Nasya with the Anutaila or Panchendriya Vardhani Taila can be done. Even with the Kevala Gogruta also it can be done. Now the medicines commonly prescribed in the Purana Jwara when it is going to become 5 days, 6 days old, the Gandhaka Rasayana. The Gandhaka Rasayana is one of the most important thing whichever commonly is being used in all infectious conditions with the sulfa. Only the question is, people say sometimes the sulfa reaction may be there. That's why we have to look after. One thing, the Gandhaka Rasayana processed according to Ayurvedic line of the preparation is not at all giving any sort of the allergic manifestation as sulfa-dimidin or sulfa-guanidin is going to be given. Here, the second is this common infectious condition. At the first line, we are going to give the Gandhaka Rasayana as a antibiotic in Ayurveda. The second line of the antibiotics, which are going to be with the Samira Pannagarasa and Malla Sindura or the Malla Bhasma. These are the upgraded levels of the antibiotics which are going to regulate the infectious conditions of the thing because it is having the Malla in it. Commonly, whenever there is a fever, there will be pain. That's why Samshamanivati, Sanjeevanivati are being given. These are to be given as a Jwarahara in nature. Godanti Bhasma is given as a Jwarahara, Shrungi Bhasma and Pravala Pishti. See, almost all the COVID conditions were observed with that of the calcium depletion, electrolyte depletion, and also the glucose depletion. And fat people, those who are there, this is being vulnerable to them. Now, the hypoglycemia is one of the conditions commonly observed in the post-COVID and post-vaccinated conditions. That's why the high-rich proteins are being supplemented. Here, we can give this Pravala Pishti and Sringi Bhasma not only as a calcium products, but these two are going to be very specifically acting over the lungs, and thereby the expectoration is going to be there. When more expectoration is necessary, then we add even the Tankana Bhasma also. Common Jwarahara Rasa Aushadhis which we are going to give are the Mrutyunjaya Rasa, Ananda Bhairavi, and Tribhuna Kirti Rasa. Lakshmi Vilasa Rasa is a target specific medicine which is going to be acting on the lungs. Abhraka Bhasma is one more thing which could be added whenever there is a lung is more commonly being affected. The Swasanaka Jwara we have come across as it is linked with that of the pulmonary. The Swasanaka Jwara, commonly called as a pneumonia, the same condition is mimicking here. Thereby, a respiratory originative infectious condition COVID can be treated with the Parpataka Kvatha. The Parpataka Kvatha and Samira Pannagarasa, Malla Bhasma, Malla Sindhura, and Mahajwarankush Rasa and Jaimangal Rasa. I have to focus Jaimangal Rasa here. Most of the people, those who have used in the COVID scenario situation fevers, Jaimangal Rasa they have preferred. 90% of the people they preferred the Jaimangal Rasa. And Shrungi Bhasma and Abhraka Bhasma added by these people, and the fever subsided. There were no respiratory problems were reported. And the common question is there. There is a microclotting. This is what I was speaking in the beginning, and even all the people are speaking. There is a microclotting. That is the reason why we are getting the lung is getting suppressed and lung collapse is there, and the oxygen PCO2 is going to be get reduced. Now, this Gairika Bhasma is one of the best thing to control the clotting mechanism. That means it is going to be a prophylactic. The Gairika Bhasma, it allows no clotting is being allowed by this Gairika Bhasma. If the Gairika Bhasma, whenever we are going to use, we can think one more condition as whenever there is a COVID condition is there, there will be gastric irritation is there, and there will be acidity is there. The major component of the Gairika which is available is in the Kamadoga Rasa. If you are going to prescribe the Kamadoga Rasa, as it is having the Gairika, the acidity is going to be get controlled by this Kamadoga Rasa, and also it is going to provide a platform not to be getting clotted of the any blood. That means we can use very comfortably Kamadhuka Rasa as one of the prophylactic medicine even in Ayurveda. In the post-COVID condition, we have the many resources of the post-COVID condition analysis. The death toll is more and more, and it is increasing because of the heart attacks, intestinal ischemias, gangrene, DVT, and etc. because of this microclotting. Thereby, this Ayurveda, whatever is being suggestive of the healthy living through dietetics of the regular diet, regular lifestyle, and regularization of the mind through the meditation and so on, and regularization of the environment surrounding. Here, I want to make you a note of, we have the Rakshogna Dhuma. Rakshogna Dhupa. It is having the Sarashapa, very specifically, Gugulu. This Sarashapa, Gugulu, and this Rakshogna Dhupa, when we are going to have in the house, it is going to provide a healthy atmosphere also. We have made a small sort of the research when we want to make the sterilization of the Panchakarma room. We have provided this consequently Rakshogna Dhupa in one area, and another area we have made the normal procedure of the regularization sanitization. The Rakshogna Dhupa, when we have used, n number of the colonies in Agara plate were reduced after the Rakshogna Dhupa. That means this Rakshogna Dhupa is effectively working. The bacteria which is settling or the virus which is settling in our house surroundings on the walls and so on, they could be very well cleansed, and a purified atmosphere can be created with the cross ventilation allowed in a particular room is understood here. Even the homotherapy can be done in the same regard. In the post-COVID Panchakarma protocol, when we are thinking of, as a patient is negative and non-spreader of this COVID conditions of the corona, the Ayurveda can provide its effective putative Panchakarma, and immuno-boosting protocols can be used here. They initiate the Gritapana for 7 days. We have come across n number of the Gritas based upon the different conditions of the systems involved. A standard dose 10 to 25 ml. If the person is very comfortable and Agri is there, go for maximum 25 ml. Otherwise, 15 ml is a safe side. If the Avaragni is there, then you can decrease the doses even for 10 ml also. In a smaller dose, in the Agri to be observed, and very specifically try to select the Gruta which is a target oriented. Wherever the patient is having problem existing, established, there try to make him immuno boosted with. Once the patient is going to restore the strength and the skin reflection with that of the unction shining, then make the Svedana for the 3 days, and the exclusive Svedana only. At the time, you need not give even the Snehapana also. Externally, you can just give the Abhyanga with the same oils, or Kevala Tilataila is also sufficient. Now, after this Snehapana, when we are going to make this Abhyanga and Svedana on 10th day, that means 7 plus 3 days, 10 days. On 10th day, the Vamana Karma is to be planned after the Abhyanga. Now, when we are making the Vamana Karma, Madanapala Pippali, Saindhava, Madhu plus Pippala. Pippali is, this is paper langam is to be used where the Eshtimadu Panta, it is not Kwata. Many of the people, n number out of the 100, 99 people are giving, make a mistake. They are giving the Kwata, not the Panta, while giving the Vamana Karma. I try to make a note here. Never heat the Eshti Madhuka Kashaya which has been prepared yesterday night. Actually, you have to boil the water and put the Eshti Madhu and let it be cooled. That is the Panta. Please use the Panta because the glyconides, flavonoids in the Eshti Madhu are being evaporated. If at all you are going to heat the Eshti Madhu after putting the Eshti Madhu in the water, you have to make the hot water. In the hot water, you please put the Eshti Madhu. After that, no heating at all. If at all you are going to heat the after adding the Eshti Madhu, you are losing the flavonoids of the Eshti Madhu, which is not at all supposed to be accepted. Thereby, it becomes a little the more useless in the Vamana Karma at all. And otherwise, you can use the Lavanodaka along with that off. 11th to 13th day, Sansarjana Krama is to be followed for the 6 Annakalas. Annakalas as a Peya, Manda, Vilepi, Akritayusha, Kritayusha, and ultimately Vodana with the Shashtika Shali Dhanya. If the Shashtika Shali Dhanya is not available, what you can take is, you take the normal rice which are being used at the home, fry it a little. After frying, you have to cook that. That becomes the almost equally said to be the Shashtikashali Vodana like. They are, it is a very easily digestible. You can see as a experiment after taking this, after making this frying of this rice, whatever the Vodana is prepared, that is going to be digested within half an hour to 1 hour even. After the 7 days of the Vamana, Virechana can be taken, undertaken with the Gandharva Haritiki Churna added by the Draksha Kashaya. Or otherwise, you can take the kismis or the Draksha and mix it in the, as a mixture in the grinder, and that is to be followed after the, as a Virechana Karma. Taking out after the seeds, it is a very comfortable, and the one when this Vamana is conducted after the 7 days, you can conduct at any cost the Virechana without any sort of the Snehapana or the Purva Karma. Now, what happens with this Panchakarma in the COVID condition? Gritapana is going to make the Dosha Vilayana. Here, the Dosha Vilayana is done in the Rakta. Where is the virus? The virus is in the Rakta. This virus, when the Dosha Vilayana is there, Asanghatattvam is going to be made. The virus is going to be get attached for these fat molecules, because the virus is a very specifically fat molecule attached. That is the reason the obese people are very much targeted in the corona. When this fat is going to be get associated with this Vilayana and Asanghatatva, the virus and other components of the biomedical waste, bio waste, this is going to be brought by the Svedana to the Kosta. Once it is in the Kosta, the Vamana is going to repair or remove the upper part of it, the lungs. Here the Kosta includes the Koshtangas, 15 Koshtangas. Many of the people think the Kosta means only Maha, Nimnam, or the Sarira Madhyam, or the GI tract from the oral cavity to that of the anal cavity. It is not like that. It could be in the liver. It could be in the spleen. It could be in the kidney. It could be anywhere. The dosha vilayana asanghatatva, when it is going to take place, it reaches the all the koshta even. This, whenever this vamana is done, very specifically heavy metallic accumulations like mercury, lead, and etc. are being taken out through the saliva, and the molecular debris also, and the content of the stomach and also lungs are being taken out in the vamana. Most of the time it is being felt, it is only coming from that of the stomach, but it is not. It is going to come out even through that of the bronchus also. Sansarjana krama, which is going to make the restoration of the strength of the individual. After that, Virechana is going to take out the residual debris and evacuates even the bile. Here, you might be observed even in the case of the COVID conditions, hemoglobin is getting fallen. Whenever this hemoglobin is falling, the one of the most common condition is being not being recirculated, and it is being filtered, and the hemoglobin is being separated. Such condition, when it is going to be there, there will be more bile secretion. The more bile is being evacuated. When it is being evacuated, normal restorative mucosal layer is going to be there. Later, the Rasayana program is to be followed. Now, what Rasayana program is to be followed? Especially with reference to that of the COVID condition, the Rasayana program is to be followed or to be made with the Agastya Rasayana 10 grams along with the Dashamula Katutrayadi Kwatha. Why I have chosen this Dashamula Katutrayadi Kwatha is, Dashamula Katutrayadi Kwatha is a respiratory problems, if at all they are, it is going to get established and it is going to make the regularization of it. Best as a single dose to be given at the 6 a.m. In the morning 6 o'clock, Agastya Rasayana 10 grams with the 30 ml of the Dashamula Katutrayadi Kwatha is given. Then it is going to be very comfortable. The patient is going to restore with his lung capacities. Shiva Gutika is the most common Rasayana which could be given, one BD. Vasanta Kusumakara Rasa, one Vodi. Avoid prolonged use of the Guduchi or the Chavanaprasha. Here, very specifically, I am saying avoid the prolonged use of the Guduchi and Chyavanprasha. Both are not indicated for the long-term use. 365 days, I want to use it. It cannot be. Prolonged use of the Guduchi is going to generate the autoimmune disorders. Prolonged usage of the Guduchi develops the autoimmune disorders. And prolonged usage of the Chyavanprasha creates the no value, and there is no much vitamin C available in the Chyavanprasha. If at all you want to eat, you can take the Amla pickle, and Amla pickle is better than that of the Chyavanprasha. For me, the Chyavanprasha, as in the text said in the Charaka Samhita, Chyavanprasha has to be used as only a seasonal rasayana. It is not for the 365 days. If you have doubt, you can just check the Charaka Samhita, Chikitsa Sthana Rasayana Pada. I prefer Kushmanda Rasayana Avaleha if the patient is weak enough at the bedtime, along with the Ashwagandha Ghrita. When the Ashwagandha Ghrita 10 grams and Kushmanda Rasayana 10 grams are being added and given as a Dugdha Anupana, then the person is going to restore the strength even. As I was looking yesterday's testosterone, at the time I got why this Kushmanda Rasayana with the Ashwagandha Ghrita is very much effective, because both are going to be generating the testosterone in the body, and it is going to be pro-testosterone medicaments. That's what we can feel it as. Now, as a conclusion, here I have taken a little longer time. Lack of evidences according to the present day parameters and the government regulations are binding our hands, and thereby we are not able to give a better Ayurveda management. But the traditional knowledge based on the thousands of the years of the experience and recordings that are made in the Samhitas with effectiveness and efficacy cannot be ruled out. Many examples of the